White River branch of the Johnson County Public Library. I'm a Children's Services Manager there, and I brought you snow in July. Today in this program, we'll talk about snowing and lots of different crafts we can do together. But to get you in the mood, you may have been reading about snow already. We have, if you watched Frozen, and this is my favorite, the sing-along edition of the first one, and you know Frozen 2 is out, so you can put that on hold at your library. There's also a man, they wrote about him, he studied snowflakes, and his book is Snowflake Bentley. It's by Jacqueline Briggs Martin, and she won the Caldecott Award for this book. It was so amazing. And if you're like, snow is fine, but I like it when it gets intense, we have books about blizzards and what makes a blizzard. So come on down to our library and we have lots of books to inspire you. Let's get started on our first craft. We're going to make snowflakes to set our scene. Hello, let's cut a paper snowflake together. You'll need to find a piece of paper, and I used some paper that was from our recycling box. So you'll take it, but you want to make sure it's square first. So how to do that? You fold it in half, just like that. Make a fold. That corner to the side, make the fold, and then we just cut off this bottom part to make our square. I'll use my scissors. Then I've made my square. You see, we have a perfect square of paper now. Perfect. We'll fold it over like this. That's step one. And then we have to fold it again. Step two. Fold it again. We have that step two. So it's just your paper. One fold, two fold. Then we have to fold. Turn the corner away from you, and you'll want to hold on to it and fold. Just not perfectly halfway, but kind of like a little flag right there. We'll fold it, and then we'll fold it again. We'll fold it so they have those happy little wings at the top. That's 1, 2, 3. That's the fourth step. But then we'll have to make a little cut, like right across here. And then we can shape our snowflake. So I cut off the tip. And the thing you want to remember is you don't want to cut all the way across because then you'll have a big hole. So you can cut from one side, but don't cut all the way across to the other side. We'll go one at the top. So you make some artful cuts there. You'll have your snowflake, and then you'll open it up, and you'll see what happened. They're always different. Each snowflake is unique. Ta-da! You made your snowflake. And if you don't have a piece of paper, that's all right. You can also use, if you have a magazine, you could use a page from a magazine. If you have a paper plate like this, you can cut it into a snowflake too. And then I tried a cereal box, but I could not cut through it. The little scissors could not do it. So that was my resist. Don't use a cereal box, magazine paper, paper plates, or a scrap paper, and you have your snowflake. Our next craft, we are going to make a 3D snowflake. So first you need to draw a snowflake. This is one of my simplest one, most proud of it, the starburst. But if you want to make it better, you can make shorter sides, longer sides. You can add a little flair to it. I started to get better as I drew more snowflakes, so don't worry if your first snowflake is a snowflake. It's fine. So then you take your glue and you draw over it with the glue. The first one, I thought I will make it sparkly and I will add table salt to it. So I added table salt, and that was my fail. The salt means the glue won't dry, so that's why it's in a baggie. So then I was like, I'll just let it dry, and then it doesn't look too great. If you are lucky and you have a little glitter at home, you could add glitter to it. This is very messy. You might not have glitter at home. So I also tried one with sand, and that made a nice rough snowflake. So you can do your own snowflake. And if you do just do this, you could also take another piece of paper and then roll over it with crayon and have another snowflake come out. So no worries about that. And that's how you make a 3D snowflake. We're going to make toilet paper tube snowflakes. So to do this, you'll need your toilet paper tube or your paper towel holder. I thought, oh, let's make them fancy, and I painted it white. But you don't need to paint it white. I also made one, the sample, with no white paint. That's kind of what it looked like. But yours will most likely be better because mine kind of looked like a deformed flower. Sad deformed flower. I wanted you to be a snowflake. So you take your toilet paper tube or your paper towel roll, and then you cut it into little rings. Let's see. And then you have your piece of paper, and you'll glue it down to the paper. You can sort of squash it. Add your glue. And then when you add it to the paper, it'll stand up. Maybe the white will make it look better, right? You can always try on your crafts and learn something, even when it doesn't turn out quite as you've imagined. Like we always are trying. Well, that might make it look a lot better. It kind of looks like a snowflake that hit the wind and got squished. Yeah. So, something to do with all your leftover paper towel rolls. Now we're going to have Snowball Sports. So, if you have clean socks at home, match them up, roll them. You'll impress your mother. And then we're going to throw them to the laundry basket. Oh, I got a point. So, you roll them up to a nice little snowball. Whoop, into the basket. Oh, your adults will be so pleased with you. They'll think you're the best. Oh, I missed. Snowball Sports. If you have a lot of paper at home and some time, you can make it snow. So cut it up. I did mine into strips because I like squares and I think they're easy to cut. And then once you have a nice pile like this, you can make it snow. But once you've done that, don't forget, you'll want to clean up. And that'll make your adults very happy. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.